Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Al Eschbach and Darian Faulkner, Director of Community Relations for DentSource. And that's where we are today at DentSource, and it's a great place for hail damage, door dings, or minor collision repairs. Is that not right? Did I get that right, Darian?
You're absolutely spot on, buddy. DentSource is Oklahoma City's leading auto hail repair facility. We specialize in, as Rick pointed out, we specialize in door dings, hail damage. We also recently just started a body shop in Northwest Oklahoma City. We can fix any of your automotive body needs. If you can drive it in, we can fix it.
There you go. See, you're even better than I are. But that's not unusual. This is your business, and you know it well in and out.
Absolutely.
Hey, Al, OU came back from South Bend with a nice victory.
One of the
against
best,
Notre Dame.
One of the best road wins, non-conference, Bob's had, probably second to Florida State. Are really good. You go in and beat any ranked team on the road. That is a really good win.
Darian, now you got a chance to watch that game also, didn't you?
Absolutely. I'm a huge OU fan. We look nice. I mean, I must admit, I was watching the game. I was a little leery on what to expect. OU clearly gained dominance the first half and ended up winning the game. So I'm excited. Ready for next week.
There you go. Ready for next week. And TCU I picked out before the season as a really tough game because I knew coming off of a Notre Dame game, whether it was a victory or a loss, it was going to be tough with Texas the week after. TCU was that saddle game in there, and it was going to be tough. Al, you still think it's going to be tough?
I think it'd be tough, but you got to beat TCU at home. I mean, you just got to play there. OU will get rid of the two best defensive teams they played all year, Notre Dame and TCU. That's it. But TCU's offense stinks.
What do you think, Darren?
I agree with Al 100%. This is a must-win at home. When was it? 6-7 years ago, the TCU came in and stunned Oklahoma in Norman. This is redemption. Gary Patterson will have his defense ready, but I trust the OU offense.
Yeah, the OU offense has shown out well, and I was particularly impressed with Blake Bell's first start on the road, Al.
Boy, he got a chance to be special. The poise that this guy shows in the two games is really, really special.
Now, Darren, you and I talked before the season, and you said Blake Bell should be the quarterback all along, didn't you?
Yeah. listen.
I put words in your
you
mouth,
put words in my
Darian.
mouth. I mean, listen, I was a Trevor Knight fan, but hey, Blake has proven to be the true leader.
Yeah, and he stepped up and seized that opportunity. And we'll be talking more on the OU Football Preview Show from DentSource right after this. And welcome back to the OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach with you from DentSource. DentSource, Oklahoma City's headquarters for hail damage cars, door dings, and now, as Darian Faulkner, Community Relations Director for DentSource, said, they've got a full-service body shop on the north side. If you can drive it in, they can fix it for you at DentSource. Two locations, one off Broadway Extension in Wilshire, and one here on exit 66 next to Crossroads Mall. Also, let me talk to you about OU football tickets. If you're needing OU football tickets, you need to go to Tickets Unlimited. Tickets Unlimited has the best selection of OU football tickets. They also have Thunder tickets, concert tickets, any kind of ticket you need. Tickets Unlimited has them. You give them a call, 364-7500, or go to ticketsunlimited.com or oklahomatickets.com. OU football tickets are available right now at Tickets Unlimited. Al, let's talk a little quickly. You and I and Darren talked about OU Notre Dame. Blake Bell had an outstanding game for his first start on the road.
Yeah, I hear some people at the end say, well, he missed him. He was 22 of 30. What do people want? I mean, it's like on the road, his first road start, he was 22 of 30. But the poise, the decision making, making plays with his legs. He got a chance to be really good. And if he's really good, this team got a chance to be really good.
Well, you and I said last week that how Blake Bell goes, OU would go against Notre Dame. Now, they got a big help from the defense right off the bat. But Blake Bell still played the kind of game he needed to play winning football on the road.
Yeah, and you think when he gets more experience out there, just how he sees the field so well. He's not. When you go two games and not throw an interception, especially against a defense like Notre Dame, I think that's special.
Yeah, it is. And I also think this is Josh Heupel's offense. He gets more in rhythm for the type of plays to call for Blake Bell
Probably, but I mean, they changed this offense for Blake Bell. So
Well, okay,
again,
so he's got a rhythm. Now, I don't
Yeah.
believe they changed it just for Blake
well,
Bell.
they thought it early because he was going to be the quarterback.
Well,
so
they wanted that style of offense.
yeah, they want zone read. They want a quarterback that run. They get the run game in there. I do think, and Bob Super was saying earlier the week that there may be a couple of plays they put Trevor Knight in there.
Well, we talked about that too. A package like that, I think, would be nice.
Yeah,
change of pace.
absolutely.
Well, I mean, Notre Dame brought in their change of pace quarterback. Didn't have much of an effect.
It just
but
like
you can have an effect.
Teams that put a quarterback in for a play to run the Wildcat, right?
Yeah, just give somebody else something
Yeah.
to look at,
But-
and Trevor Knight or Thompson, either one. I mean, would be very good at that outside change of pace.
In that one play, Blake would have had a touchdown on the option they called from if he pitched it. But Bob said the block wasn't it. But yeah, they got Blake out there to run option, to quarterback draws, zone reads, and then throw the ball. I mean, it's a perfect offense. And give Heupel and the staff credit that they went and changed this offense. They knew Blake Bell was going to be a guy that can run and throw, and they went. They brought the guy in from Nevada, and in the spring they worked on this. And so give the coaching staff credit for changing both the offense and the defense in the spring.
Also give a lot of credit to OU's offensive line Saturday at Notre Dame against a very, very formidable defensive line for Notre Dame.
Well, what I loved is Gabe Eichert early admitted in the middle week last year said, hey, I got dominated last year. I played terrible. I got to play better. Well, he played a heck of a game. That offensive line is really good. When you can run for over 200 yards, now when you got your quarterbacks that can rush, put a lot of yards up there too, that helps. But to rush for over 200 yards against Notre Dame when they ran for 15 a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, and that 15 was a generous 15 because, I mean, they just were totally dominated by Notre Dame last year.
And also the pass protection was great.
I mean, he never got rushed. And how good is it for Blake Bell to be able to see over everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching this last week, watching Drew Brees, as good as he is. He was having to go like this in between his defensive, the defensive tackles.
I'll still take for Drew Brees, okay?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's the kind of advantage for Blake Bell,
No doubt.
6'5", to look over, and then he makes his reads. I mean, it's an asset for him.
And then when everything's, he's getting rushed and he can take off and make something out of nothing. I think that's
and then
valuable.
the touchdown right before half was so demonstrative of what he can do. They needed to score. Notre Dame had got it down within 6. OU's driving. They're running out the clock. Everybody's going, well, if they just run out the clock, it'll be okay. Well, Bell buys time, drifts out, finds an open receiver, throws across the field, enough arm strength, touchdown.
Yeah, that was a huge play.
Great play.
And every time Notre Dame were making things interesting, Oklahoma responded.
Yes.
The drive when after Blake went out with the cramps, he comes in there, drives him down the field, hits Shepard for the touchdown, then the 2-point conversion. That was huge.
That was great. That was great. Hey, let me tell you about Rain Guard. Rain Guard gutters are the best in the business. They have 2 great locations. Rain Guard can present everything for you. Longevity. They got a great staff. They have a knowledgeable installation crew. They have excellent service. And they also have Gutter Helmet. Gutter Helmet is Rain Guard, the exclusive dealer in Oklahoma for #1 leaf protection system, Gutter Helmet. Never clean your gutters again with Rain Guard and Gutter Helmet. They got 2 great locations. Give them a call and let them take care of your gutter needs. We'll be right back with more on the OU Football Preview Show. And welcome back to OU Football Preview Show. Let me tell you about Manscaped, man. If you're looking for the best place to get a haircut and get a free beer at the same time, Manscaped is where you need to go. Manscaped on Broadway in Moore, next to Home Creations, home of a haircut and a free beer. It's a man shop for men. Go get your haircut, drink a free beer, watch sports. It's a great place to go. We were there a couple weeks ago, and it's a great place. Manscaped on Broadway, next to Home Creations in Moore. And also Green Acres. If you need someone to take care of your lawn the right way, Green Acres is a company you need to call. They have commercial and residential, mowing, landscaping, all that you need to keep your yard beautiful. Green Acres will take care of it for you. Give Green Acres a call and they will take care of your home or business landscaping and mowing needs. Now let's talk about a little bit about the defense at Notre Dame. the defense, I mean, I just could not envision the defense coming out and having more of an impact than they did on Saturday.
Well, yeah, they gave up 2 huge plays. They missed the busted covers on their passing touchdown and then the 80-yard touchdown run. Other than that, they played really, really well.
You know, the one thing that I found out about on the Sunday was Aaron Colvin gathered the defense. He's a captain for OU, and he gathered the defense, and he was just exhorting them and screaming out, let's make a difference. We want to impact it right off the bat. And sure enough, OU kicks off, and what happens? Interception for a touchdown. Very next series, another interception. They score a touchdown, 14-0. What a great way to impact the game.
All of a sudden, boy, the crowd is stunned there. I mean, and down 14-0, and when you get down that much against a team like Oklahoma, it's tough to come back. And on the second touchdown, Damian Williams made them look really slow. He bent outside.
Went all the way around, yeah.
Yeah, so, and we forget how good Damian Williams is, too. He's really a good back.
Well, he's one of those backs. I don't want to put names out there, but DeMarco Murray never. I mean, he was a really good back, but we didn't know how really good he was.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Damian Williams is going to be kind of like that. He's a really good back, and we'll even see how much better he can get or how much more we appreciate it.
Yeah, there's no doubt they got so many good, you know, with the 3 seniors, and I know people want Keith Ford to play more. Let the seniors play, okay?
Yeah.
Take it easy. Let the seniors play, okay?
They're pretty good.
Because they're better right now than he
and
is.
they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Now, one of the things, you know, one of the players that I saw that I thought had a really good game was Zach Sanchez.
Oh, absolutely.
Redshirt freshman cornerback.
Absolutely.
Nobody's taking that job away from him.
Yeah, no. And next year, Cortez Johnson maybe will replace Colvin. I don't know, but yeah, Zach, he's really, really probably the biggest surprise on the defense. He and Jordan Phillips probably.
Yeah, and both those, by the way, were named players of the game for defense.
Yeah, and Tapper's really good.
Yeah, Tapper.
Corey Nelson.
Well. And Nelson, another player of the game with that interception return. I mean, it bodes well for how much better they can get because this is a young defense for the most part.
Only got 3 seniors on it.
Yeah.
So you got Colvin, you got Nelson, and you got Gabe Lynn. That's it.
Yeah, you know, and those guys are, you know, Gabe Lynn's playing really, really well at free safety. I mean, a guy that's bounced around, got maligned, you know, early in his career for some mistakes, really playing well and kind of is put cohesiveness in that defensive secondary.
Yeah, they're not getting beat long.
No.
I mean, they're not getting beat. And we went to this game, people said, well, now's the test for the secondary because they're going to go long on it. Well, they didn't get beat. It was a busted assignment on the 1 touchdown.
That's right. Now, you know, TCU has a little bit different challenge this week because Boykins, the quarterback for TCU, is a run guy too.
Right.
You know, and so this will be a little different challenge because they really haven't found, you know, been against a guy that could really run out there and get him on the corners, you know. And,
well, they did. Monroe, their quarterback was a guy last year that ran, and they did a good job against him.
Well,
so.
they did. I don't know that he's the, you know, he has the caliber team around him.
Right, no
TCU
doubt about it.
has.
No doubt about it. Yeah,
But,
TCU
you know,
got some good athletes.
You know, Boykins has come in and he's gotten better each game he's played.
Yeah, it's a nice test for Oklahoma. And again, you'd normally say it's a trap game between Notre Dame and Texas, but they got to come out and just steadily, you know, climb the pedestal of the ratings.
Well, you know, and the thing about it is Bob Stoops has always talked to his team about, hey, it's the game in front of us. It's not what we just played. It's not who the week after. It's the game in front of us.
Well, and he could also say, hey, this team gave LSU all they want, the almighty Southeastern Conference.
Yeah, and all they got to do is show that game tape.
Absolutely.
And they played them head to head.
Absolutely.
Until the last of the fourth quarter, it was a toss-up game.
Yeah.
You know,
he can remind them about that, and TCU got a nice program. But you know what? Bottom line is they went 7-6 last year.
Yeah. You know, and they've played some teams this year that haven't really been that good. So we'll find out how good TCU is.
But we know they're going to play good defense. We know they're well coached.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you about Jackie Cooper Electronics on on Northwest Highway. Jackie Cooper Electronics, the #1 car audio location in Oklahoma City, and also the #1 tent location, Oklahoma City. Jackie Cooper Electronics, go out there and they'll take care of your car audio or your window tinting needs. We'll be right back on OU Football Preview Show after this. And welcome back to the final segment of OU Football Preview Show from Dent Source here in Oklahoma City, the home for hail damaged cars. If you have a hail damaged car, Dent Source can take care of them for you. How about door dings? You've been parking in the parking lot too much. Door dings are easily fixed at Dent Source. And also now they have a full service body shop. If you can drive it in, they can fix it for you at Dent Source. 2 great locations in Oklahoma City, one next to Crossroads Mall on 66 and one on Broadway Extension south of Wilshire. Dent Source, if you need dents fixed, Dent Source is where you need to go. Also, the Trails Golf Club in Norman. Be a member for a day and join for life. The Trails Golf Club in Norman. Give them a call, 364-3790. Green Acres. If you're looking to get your home or business looking beautiful for the fall, call Green Acres. They can take care of it, landscape or mowing needs. Rain Guard, great staff, 3 locations. They got a reputation with over 100,000 satisfied loyal customers and the best pricing in the business. Give Rain Guard a call and they will take care of all your rain gutter needs. And also Manscaped. Guys, if you're looking for a great place to get your hair cut and drink a free beer or 2 or 3 or whatever, go to Manscaped on Broadway in Moore next to Home Creations. Get your hands manicured, your feet manicured, waxing. All of that is available at Manscaped, a body shop for men. Al, I think OU's running game, to me, is the most positive sign so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising. It really is. And it's a testament to 2 things, how good the offensive line is and how good these running backs are.
Well, you know, and Coach Stoops said this week in his press conference that a lot of that credit goes to the line, the new line coach.
Bill Bedenbaugh.
Yeah, and the line. I mean, they've taken it on as a challenge to get better at run blocking. They've always been good at pass blocking, but you know, as demonstrated last year against Notre Dame, you couldn't always knock guys off the ball. Now they've demonstrated they can do that.
Well, it's sometimes an attitude, and it was a really good hire bringing him in and Jerry Montgomery to coach the defensive line and Jay Boulware to coach special teams. Special teams are really, really good. So, yeah, it's an attitude. And remember, I could see only senior that starts on this offensive line.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, one of the things I think that in order to progress as a team this year is to continue to run the ball, because if they can do that, it makes the safeties cheat up. It gives that much more lanes for those good wide receivers and Bell to throw.
And play action.
Yeah.
It opens up the play action. Yeah, no, I think it is. If you can run this week against TCU, again, they would have played their 2 best defense teams are going to play the rest of the year in Notre Dame and TCU. So that bodes well for the second part of the season. If you get by Texas, you got 6 games left.
Yeah, you know, and right now, TCU is the best defense in the Big 12 looking at coming into the season.
Into the season.
Into the season.
We'll see who's better, them or OU defensively.
Yeah, you know, and they've got a couple of injuries to 2 of their defensive guys.
Well, yeah, and the best defensive player not playing.
Yeah,
so.
you know, so that's going to be, but they still have, OU controls the ball and controls the line of scrimmage and demonstrates that they can run the ball against TCU, it bodes well for the rest of the year.
Well, it really does. And I think this is the type of thing, it looks like it's going to get better and better and better. And the big news was obviously Blake Bell changed his team drastically. With the play at quarterback, and the defense has been good, and there's such an air of confidence, and I know the coaching staff just thinks that this team can keep on getting better and better and better. There's a great upside on it.
Well, you know, and Bell, he's still a young guy as far as starts. You know, he's a junior, but he's only started 2 games. You know, and so he can get better.
Well, and the same with the defensive line. Look at all these guys. They never tap progression, and Phillips didn't start.
Yeah.
So you look at that, Stryker, and it really bodes well for the future. And but Bob is right. You got to take it game by game because you got TCU, then you got Texas, and but all you want to see is continued improvement, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Well, one of the teams that didn't take it game by game last week was OSU going into West Virginia, and we're pretty much inept on offense.
Well, the bottom line, if you're Oklahoma State fan, you got to be worried. They've now lost 5 of their last 6 road games against real teams, and the only win they had was against a horrific Kansas team, which they struggled against and barely beat them. So all of a sudden, Oklahoma State's not a good road team.
Well, they play at home against Kansas State, and it's a game they have to win if they have any aspirations.
I love Oklahoma State. I locked them. The game's at home. It was on the road. That's another story.
There you go.
But at home, Kansas State stinks.
Yeah, Texas Tech, surprise team in the Big 12, 4-0, going to Kansas. That should be an easy win for Tech.
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that could be undefeated when they come into Norman later this month. So Kingsbury's done a really good job with that team.
And then West Virginia goes to Baylor. We'll know a lot more about Baylor after
First
that.
real team that they're playing this year.
And
So
if Baylor blows them out, that'll be tough. That'll
Yeah.
be tough. Hey, look, this last week's prediction, I had OU 31, Notre Dame 17. This week I say OU 35, TCU 21. Al?
31-17. It's a cover.
31-17. There you go. That's what I like. Also, hey, check us out at Joe Fan Sports on YouTube or go to Facebook, Joe Fan Sports. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the OU Football Preview Show. We'll see you next time on the OU Football Preview Show.
Notre Dame looking for a big stop. Bell looking for a first down, and he's got it. And on the loose is Sterling Shepard for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Tight bunch set.
Blake Bell used to this kind of situation for sure. Goes to the air, and it's complete to Shepard. So 2 more points, 35-21.